Quick stop at the bank. Cassie needs to hit the ATM, but I'm on my way to Hollywood, Laurel Canyon, to go see Bosia again today. Where's my salsa? Still no Halloween stuff going on, but it's the 25th here, so I guess it wouldn't have started yet. Here, Laurel Canyon, super windy, not a lot in the way of Pokemon up here. That's no surprise though, it's been that way since launch. Here in the canyon with Bo, and I just heard that the Halloween event has officially started. I don't have any spawns right now, but that's not normal. They were there a second ago. I'm not seeing any of the spooky spawns, the ghost types, Drowsy, Zubat, but when I transfer Pokemon, I should get 2 candies for this. Plus 2, there it is. So the Halloween event has officially started. Oh, let's see, there they are. No ghosts, no spooky Pokemon. Maybe once I get back down to Downy. But for now, we are seeing double candies. So get out, start transferring, start catching, start hatching your eggs, because double candy is in effect. Luckily, there's also 1 spawn point up here. So I'm going to catch this, and I should get 6 candies for that. Let's see. 6 plus 6. Regular amount of Stardust though, but transfer that. And that's 8 candies for 1 catch. I'm leaving Bo's now. But before I head home, we're gonna go get some food down in Hollywood. So, it should be interesting to see if we see those increased Halloween spawns. I'm sure you've all seen this by now, but check it out. Sweet Gengar loading screen. It's actually really cool. Well, there's at least a Drowsy around. No Zubats, no ghosts. But Drowsy's cool because we don't see that out here. There is a Cubone here, and I do want to mention that a lot of people have reported Cubone and Meowth are also spawning at very dramatically increased rates. And I think the reason for that is that Niantic probably realized that not everywhere has the same spawns as San Francisco, and that Ghastly and Drowsy are actually pretty common for a lot of people, especially in the UK and in Europe. So they increased spawn rates of Pokemon that those people might not normally see, like Cubone, which we actually see pretty commonly here in Southern California. So I'm glad they realized that increasing spawn rates on just a few Pokemon doesn't really help people who see those Pokemon a lot already. So everyone around the world should see increased spawns for a Pokemon that they don't normally see a lot of. Unless you're in Santa Monica, you probably see everything all the time.
Yup.
Just finished eating. That was really good, but I'm gonna go down to Hollywood Boulevard now because I really want to investigate these Halloween spawns and I need to stock up on items, and there are a ton of Pokestops over there. Check it out. For day one Trainer Tips fans, this is the first gym I ever battled. Definitely wasn't level 7 back then. But tons of Pokestops around, so I'm gonna stock up on items. Definitely some spooky spawns out, also a Jolteon nearby. So, let's see how it goes. Just found its second candy since I've been out here. It turns out the way they decided to do it wasn't to make every 3 kilometers worth 4 candies. They just cut the distance you need to walk into fourths. So with Grimer, that's 0.75 kilometers. That means with Pokemon that normally require 1 kilometer, like Magikarp, it's only gonna take 0.25 kilometers, and 5 kilometer Pokemon are gonna take 1.25 kilometers. So you're gonna be earning a ton of candy. What am I at right now? 7. I got a long way to go. Camera battery died at the end of the night, but I'm home now, and let's just go through the catches. Ghastly, Cubone. I caught this Clefairy 824 CP. Pretty stoked about that. The IVs are pretty good, but I might just evolve it because it has such high CP anyway. Cubone, Zubat, Grimer found a candy, Cubone, Drowsy, Ghastly, Zubat, Drowsy, Zubat, Meowth, Cubone, Drowsy, Nidoran, Cubone, Marowak, that was fun, Paris, Diglett, Cubone, Meowth, Drowsy, Cubone, that's the end of the list. But it seems like mostly Halloween spawns. The vast majority of Pokemon that I caught were Halloween spawns. I had an incense on also, and that spawned, I'd say about half and half Halloween spawns, regular spawns. The Paris and that Nidoran were both from the incense, but it also spawned Cubone, Meowth, Ghastly. So it seems like incense is pulling from the normal spawns and from Halloween spawns, but Halloween spawns have massively taken over regular spawns, it seems. And I definitely saw a lot more Meowth and Cubone than I did Ghastly and Drowsy. So I think that all these Pokemon have had their spawn rates increased, so if you normally see Cubone and Meowth like I do, you're going to see a lot more of those, and things that I don't normally see here, Drowsy and Ghastly, you're going to see more than normal, but not as many as Cubone and Meowth. I'm curious to see if that's true for those of you who see Drowsy commonly, and especially for those of you who see Ghastly commonly, like people in London, I believe, see a lot of Ghastly. So leave a comment, let me know if you're seeing exceptional amounts of Drowsy compared to your Cubone and Meowth spawns. And I did hear that Long Beach is drowning in Ghastlys right now, and you do actually see Ghastly out there more commonly than a lot of other areas here in Southern California. So I'd like to head out there, down towards the Pike, and just stock up on Ghastlys, get another Gengar. Obviously the evolved versions are also spawning quite a bit. I caught the Marowak. I did see Haunter and Hypno on sightings, but I couldn't find either of those. Like I said, Long Beach is drowning in Ghastlys, but there's also Haunter and Gengar spawning down there as well, so I'm definitely going to go check that out before this event is over. The spawns are exciting. The double candy is definitely exciting. I have like 350 Cubone candies already just from tonight. I probably got at least 150 more. But really the thing I'm most excited about is hatching these eggs. I really want to get 9 10-kilometer eggs, but if I can't do that before the event ends, I'll just have to pop these 6 and see what I get, and get double candies for those. So it's definitely an exciting time to be playing Pokemon Go. This is the first event that we've had for the game, and I'm looking forward to more events in the future. There's been a lot of talk about Christmas events spawning more ice types, but I don't know how feasible that is, because really Jynx is the only, well, there are no pure ice types in first generation. There's not really any Christmas specific Pokemon. You have Jynx, you have Lapras, you have Dugong, Cloyster, and I believe that's it for first generation. So no pure ice types, and none of those are really Christmassy, although I wouldn't complain at increased Lapras spawns, although it does mean you'd probably see a lot more of them in gyms, so it's kind of 50-50 on that one. I did talk a little bit about the best strategies for earning candies, choosing which Pokemon to walk with, and how to get the most out of this event in yesterday's video, so if you missed that, go ahead and click right up here and check that out. So that's it for this one. Get out, catch some Pokemon, hatch some Pokemon, walk with your buddy. I'd like to see everyone do 100 kilometers this week. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So really quickly, I just want to go over everything that's changed in the latest update. You've probably gotten it by now. It's 0.43 for Android and 1.13 for iOS. It's a really small update. There wasn't a whole lot changed, and a lot of people were really disappointed with the update notes, but you know, at least it's something, right?